Okay, Assalamualaikum semua. So for today tutorial, uh, I'm going to continue with the yesterday exercise, uh, which is we have to create, edit, and delete buttons, right? So in order for you to do that, I need you to run your XAMPP first, right? Make sure your Apache MySQL is start the service, and then previously this is what we already done. So we already create uh, the simple database, right? So, so this is what we have done yesterday, right? So maybe for the class B, I haven't show you on how to add the edit and delete buttons, if I'm not mistaken, right? So let me show you first on how to add these two button, edit and delete first, right? So you just go back to your file in XAMPP, htdoc. Alright, and then for the all department, you need to edit it. So you can edit using the Notepad or Notepad++. It's up to you. Alright, let me edit it using Notepad++. So how to add these two buttons, right? So this one, okay, just go to here, right? So just add GD edit and table data for delete. Okay, then try to save it. Try to refresh. So you're going to have these two buttons. Now for today, I'm going to show you on how to make this edit and delete button functions. Meaning that if I click this edit button, it will open the record for the first record which is I selected, which is a human resource, and then I can make some changes. So in here, since the department ID and created date is automatically recorded by the system, so you no need to edit these two field. The things that you have to edit is on you can edit is the department names, right? So when you click the edit button, it will pop up a forms that you can edit the department names. So department ID and created date, we no need to edit it because it's automatically given by the system. So in order for you to do that, I need you to get a new files, right? So uh, as usual, right? I just put the doc type. Alright, this is our file. This is a normal HTML text. Maybe I can give it. This is the edit departments. Right. Okay, and I have the body here. Close the body. And don't forget to close the HTML. I think it's better for me to save this one first. So save it as an edit department. Make sure the extension is the PHP, edit department.php, then click the save buttons. Right, so what is the code for you to make the edit button functions, right? Right, we already have the db.con here. This is a database connection file here. Alright, so need you to create the PHP first. Right, PHP code here. Alright, so you have the first thing that you have to do is to include the connections. Right, so need to include the connections. So the file is db.con. Make sure you refer back to your file here. So make sure the name is same. DBCON. Okay. So that's why I put DBCON here. Alright. So this is the using database connections, right? And then I need to create one variables, right? Since in this one the department ID is a primary key. So how I'm going to make sure that when I click the edit button, it will pop up or it will edit the what we call the record that is selected. So this one you can make it based on the department ID. All right. So how to do that? Okay. Let's say I just create one variable here. Let's say I just give it the as a department. All right. Okay. This is my variable name ID, for example. So just follow the put here. So I'm going to get the information about the class ID. Okay, sorry, the department ID. So this is the field name. To make sure the field name here is same as a field name in your PHP So how to do that? You can always check back your field name, right? So just go back to the here. So all right, okay. So here department ID, right? So make sure the name here, okay, the name of the column here, department ID is same to here. All right. So maybe I can give some remarks here. So get ID from query. So you just query the things like query the records, right? All right. And then um, okay. I need to create another variable. Let's say this is called data. This is to fetch the data, right? To fetch the data from the database, right? So this is the code. Basically, the fetch data. I think this one yesterday we already do this one, right? Array, right? And create another, right? Another course, another variable here. So I can give remark here. This is to fetch data from the database. Right now, here is the code on how to uh, when the people click update button. So what will happens, right? So this is the code when the user click the update button. So you can do that as this. If uh, is set uh, post when you click the submit button, meaning that you submit or update button, meaning that you post the information from the interface to the database. So that's why you have to use post here, right? And then so what you're going to create edit is the department name. Only one field that you can edit. So again, make sure the name of the field here is same goes to here, department name. All right. Okay, the rest no need. Okay, because we only want to edit uh one fields only, right? Since department ID and created date is automatically given to from the system. Okay, and then create one variable called edit. All right, edit. What is edit? Okay, edit is my SQL query. Okay, so you have to use the connections. So how to get this one, right? Where to get this con? Actually, you have to refer back to the DBCON uh, DBCON's share. Let me open DBCON here, right? Okay, this one. Sorry, yeah, this variable. This is the connection of the database. So I'm using it here. So uh, so you're going to update. What you're going to do? You're going to update the table of the department, right? Then we set the department ID. No, sorry, department name. Because since we only change the department name. Right. Okay. Set the department name is equals to anything that you type here. Right. So, where is it? Here. Wait. Yeah, anything that you type here. So, we set the department ID is equal to. mm, Sorry. Okay. Think I have to change a little bit of the coding. Alright. Sorry. This is the wrong one. Okay. Let me try to update this one first. Okay, this one should be update. Sorry. Okay. And then if it set suppose is update. Alright. And then I forgot to create the variable for the department actually. So let me try to create it first. The department name. Alright. This is the variable of department name is equals to post. Baru kita masuk post. Post department name. Alright. Baru betul. So, when I edit, right? So I'm going to update the department table, and then I need to set the department name field to anything that I'm enter in the forms, right? So this is the data that I get from the forms, right? So it's equals to uh department department oh sorry department name, right? It should be like this. Okay, it's only one. Um, okay, alright. Don't forget to put the because I open with the double quotation mark here, then I need to close with the double quotation marks. Right. Okay, so this is the condition, eh? Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. Make sure you put the curly bracket here. Kalau tak ada error nanti. Alright, so make sure you put the curly bracket here. Not here, sorry. It should be here. Okay. The curly bracket should be here. Right? If, and then you put the curly brackets, right? Alright, the common name. Okay. So, the code should be like this. If edit, if the user edit the things, right? If user edits, and then, sorry, curly brackets. Uh, MySQL close, try to close the connection. Bila kita tekan enter, kita close the connection, the database connection, right? I give remark here. This is a close connections, alright, and close, and then they will directly you to view all record page, meaning that bila kita edit, update, bila dah update, dia akan patah balik kembali kepada this page, right? The list will list all the records. So how to direct the things? You just put like this. Local, sorry, local host. Okay, so the name of the file should be all department.php. All make sure the spelling is correct, yeah. PHP. Alright. So let me give some remark here so that we know that this code is fun. The function of this code is to redirect to all record page. Alright. And then else. Okay. else meaning that if the user uh, didn't got error and some things, so you can put echo MySQL error. Alright, and then close the curly brackets. Sorry. Okay, the else totally I forgot to open the curly brackets. It should be something like this. Open and close. And then close one more curly bracket. Since we already open one curly bracket here, this is the close one. Let me check first. This one is for this one, and this one is for this one. All right. So now, then you have to close the PHP. Then you're going to create the form for the user to update. To update the what you call the records. So let's say I just put like this. Uh, this is the title. Update departments records. All right. Maybe I'm going to center this one. All right. And then okay. So we're going to use form. So the method of the form is post, because we're going to post the data from the form post to the database. So need to create a input. Input means that the text box lah. So that user can enter the data. Input types is equals to I'm going to use text. Alright. Input type text. And then maybe I can give a name of the text box. Let's say this is the department name, and then the value, right? It should be the data that you enter. So we already create if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we already create this one. This is the to fetch the data from the database. So get the data from the database. So just put the value here is equals to I'm going to create the PHP scripting here. Okay, echo data. So from which field? Actually is from the department name. This is the field name, department name. Right. Okay, and then you need to close the PHP. Okay, then close like this, something like this, right? Okay, for method is post, input type text, name is the department names, value get from the value from the PHP. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put dollar signs here. Okay, PHP echo data, get the data from the database, and then this is the field name database, right? Okay, okay, this is the correct one. All right. Okay. So okay, kejap saya betulkan ya. Yeah, this should be the correct one. And then I need to have the one button here. Input types. Input type is a submit button. So you can use submit. Okay. And then you can give the name of the button. This is the update. And the value. Value meaning that the text that appear in the buttons. So maybe you can put here update records. So this is the text that will be appear in the buttons. Alright. And you need to close the forms, right? So settle this one. Okay, let me try to save. Alright, let me try to save this one. Okay. Now I need you to open back the uh what we call the all department uh file that we have to edit it. Okay. Here you need to put some coding to what we call when the people click the edit button, we will run this code, right? So how to do that? Okay. Okay, you try to do the edit first Okay, so kat sini you just put add href hyperlink reference is equals to the file name is edit department dot php, right? But make sure they will only what we call open the form that that the department ID select by the user. If I select one, you open record number one. If I select three, if I click edit here, meaning that you open the record number three only. So to do that, what you have to do, something like this. Depart, sorry, department ID is equals to wait, let me check what's department PHP. Alright. Oh, sorry. Don't close this one first. Alright. Department ID is equals to, okay. Then I use the PHP echo data, and then make sure you type the department ID. This is the the primary key here. Alright, colon here, and then close the PHP. Okay, let me check back the coding. I think this is wrong. Need to put like this. Alright, when I click here, okay, click here, there will be the links, right? Let me check first whether this one is correct or not, yeah. Takut tersalah. Okay, alright, something like this lah, yeah. Alright, when I click this button edit ada link, the link to the edit department. It will run the department ID, where the department ID must be same to the data from the department ID. Okay, let me try whether this one will or not. Right, takut ada error. So let me save this one, and then this one also I need to save it. Right. So let's try run my local host. Okay, so you can see there is a link already here. If I click edit number one, oh, there is error in line number 12. So let me check first. Edit department line number 12. Okay. So there is some thing that I edit, right? Because there is a what you call, there is a problem with the code. So okay, again, you have to check this. Um, so check back at line 9. So department ID is a variables. To get back to get the department ID from the database, right? So you have to create another variable called query here, QRY. This query is a connection to select all data from the departments where the department ID make sure the department ID is equal to department ID that you select from the form. Alright, and then to display the record to fetch the data, you create another what you call here is a variable called data. So this is mysql fetch array query. Okay, so if set post, if this is the condition when the user click the update the buttons, right? Kalau dia post maksudnya nak update lah So here, so you have to create one variable called department name here. So dia akan dapatkan data field dia actually this one I'm going to use in the form So maksudnya bila user masukkan data dekat department name, dia akan post data tu dekat department name field. This is the field dekat database. This is the field dekat form. So I create another variable called edit here. So edit apa dia is a connection to update department. We have to update department then department table, then set the department name to the new one. But there is a condition where the department ID is must be the same ID in the selection forms, right? So the department ID make sure is a same as the department ID here. Maksudnya kalau saya klik edit here, so dia akan update department ID number 1 sahaja. Alright. And then if edits, if the user tekan edit, then dia akan close the connection, then akan go to the this file ataupun this form, which is will display all the records and exits. Right, so this is the form. Okay, let's try to do this one. Okay, let me try uh to update the record number 1. Just click edit here, you form this one. You open the record human resources, and then I can make some changes here. Okay, let's say I just put human management. Okay, contohlah human management departments. Right, okay, and then click the update record. So the record is already updated. So to customize the form, you can use what we call CSS file to customize this one. So similar goes to another one. If I click facility, it only open the facility. See, let's say I just add department name here. So just update the record. So the record is up to date. Okay, okay. Try to do this one first. So the edit, but so the delete record, I'm going to show you in the next lesson. Okay, thank you guys for having my class today. Assalamualaikum.